What's going on, everyone? Today's going to be another pickups video, so let's just jump right into it. First up is a game that I've already previously shown you guys that I had, but I did get the case and manual and everything for it. So excited to get the case, manual, and obviously the game of Pokemon Pearl. Very exciting to have that. Next up is from another one of my buddies. I traded him a few GameCube games that I had doubles of for these two games. This first one is Pokemon Ultra Sun. He did not have the case for it, unfortunately, but I mean, hopefully I'll be able to find the case for cheap somewhere. And then he also gave me a part of the trade is Detroit Become Human. Now, I previously did have Detroit Become Human, but of course, before I got into actually actively trying to build a collection, I was selling a lot of my games that I beat and that I didn't think I was potentially going to go back to. But this one I've been wanting to go back and play, and I just haven't had it. So now I have it back in my collection, and now I can play it again. Up next, I'm going to show you. I got these from a pawn shop actually around me. The first one is a GameCube game. It's called Reckless: The Yakuza Missions. Never even heard of it. Don't know anything about it other than it looks like a. I would assume because Yakuza is in Japan. I'm assuming like a Japanese like burnout game. I don't know. We'll find out eventually. That does have game case and manual. Now this one unfortunately does not have the manual, but it's called Taz Wanted, and I seen it. You know, I've actually seen this a couple times. Seen it for a decent price, also with the Reckless. So I was like, what the heck? I'll pick it up. Taz Wanted. If you know anything about this game, let me know down in the comments. Up next, I do have a PSP game, a game to add to my Mortal Kombat collection that is Mortal Kombat Unchained. Now, I'm pretty sure this is essentially the same game as Mortal Kombat Deception. Now, except it's like the PSP version. And this one is one of the better versions because it has all the characters, like the GameCube version, which I really want, but I do not have. This one, I went on it, was playing it, very fun because you can actually play as Shao Kahn, Goro, and I believe a few other characters that you can't play in like the PS2 version of the game. So very excited to have this and like own it. Like very excited about that. Do really want the GameCube version though, but the PSP version is what I got right now, and it plays fine, plays well actually. So excited to at least have one of the complete versions of the game. Up next, I do have a game that was, I believe, a launch title for the PS3, and this is a game that I recall playing multiple times. And my dad and I played it, and then my cousin and I played it. This game is very fun for the multiplayer and for the campaign. Now, I was very upset because I remember going in and playing the second game, and it didn't have a co-op campaign, at least on one console. So I ended up like dragging through it because I didn't think it was as fun by myself. The multiplayer, I remember when the beta came out, I was very stoked because I went over and played with my Tia's boyfriend at the time, and he was all about playing betas and everything. So that was very cool to play it. But the game is Resistance: Fall of Man. This game, like I said, is very fun. I love the Resistance series. Even though 2 is mediocre to me, I never played 3. 1 is something I hold dear to my heart. So having this back in my collection after all these years is very, very exciting. I do hope that they either like remake Fallen Man or come out with a fourth game. But I don't really know where 3 left off. I tried playing 3, like the multiplayer one time, wasn't really into it. So hopefully they can either remake this or reboot it and hopefully, get some new ground with it. Up next is a PS4 game. It is the PlayStation Hits, unfortunately, but the red casing kind of looks cool to me. Not, I don't really care too much, honestly. It's Injustice: Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. This is again another one of those cases where I previously owned it, but I ended up getting rid of it because I think it became available on PlayStation Plus, and I was like, I don't need this anymore. Let me just toss it out of here and get some money. So I'm glad to have this back because this is a very good game, and my fiance and I went through and beat the story, and we're working on the second game. Very good game. Up next is going to be another PlayStation 4 game, and I haven't got to play this yet. It came out last year because it's now 2021. Ghost of Tsushima. Now I've heard a lot of good things about this game. Honestly, I'm very excited to check this out. Um, I've seen a lot of it. A lot of people have talked it up, said that it's very good. So very, very interested in how this is going to work. I wish I had a PlayStation 5 to play it on, but that's a whole nother thing, okay? Up next is another game that my fiance and I have been waiting for to get. We were just not really wanting to spend the full price on the game. So we were waiting to see it on sale somewhere, and I actually ended up finding this at a pawn shop for like $10, and that is Maneater. Uh, Very cool. I mean, very Jaws like. It's like one of those old computer games where you start out as like a little fish or whatever, and then the more you eat, the bigger you get, and then you eventually become a big shark or whatever. That's kind of what this game reminds me of. And honestly, I don't care if it has a good story or not. I just want to be able to swim around and eat things as a shark and grow and everything. And that's basically what this game can give me from what I've seen. Uh, Very excited to play that once again. She's very excited to play it. So I'm very happy to add this to my collection. Now, a few things before I go any further. My fiance did buy me a few things, and I'm going to show you what those are. First one is a pop figure. Yes, it may not be directly video game related. You'll understand when I show it. That is a Logan pop figure. Now, this is very cool. I'm a big Wolverine fan. This looks like obviously the Logan from when he was in the first X-Men movie that came out in like 2000, based on the appearance of everybody else in the back. So, I mean, maybe this was X-Men 2, but okay, it says Logan from X-Men Origins Wolverine. Okay, which makes sense because I now that I actually read that now, it makes a whole lot more sense. But yeah, either way, fantastic pop figure. I was super excited she got it for me. I've been looking at it for a while, but every time I'm like, I don't need any more pops, don't need to buy it. And one day she came home, she was like, "Here you go." I was like, "Well, I can't be mad because I wanted it anyways." Up next, she got me another game that I love a lot, like a franchise I love a lot, that comes with two classic fighting games in it, and it is Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. And this comes with Third Strike, Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, Fight for the Future, Street Fighter 2, Hyper, the Anniversary Edition. So it's probably Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, so that I'm not saying that incredibly incorrect. Oh, and it says bonus feature, full length feature film, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. That's pretty dope. Didn't know that that was at all in this. So hopefully, I mean, that's all on the one disc because there's only one disc in here. Normally they say like two discs on the case or something, but I'm very excited about it. I mean, I'm a decent Street Fighter fan. More of a Mortal Kombat fan, but I do like playing Street Fighter and like the Marvel vs. Capcom games. But very excited to get that as well. Uh, the other one, I've been trying to get all of these games. Very excited. I have it playing in the background right now, and that is the original Killzone. I played a lot of Killzone 3, a lot of Killzone Shadowfall, uh, Killzone Mercenaries. Never really played too much of 1 or 2, so excited to go back and play 1 and 2 again. This one's just one, but I do have the collection of 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation 3. But I'm sure I'll eventually end up picking up 2 if there was a PS2 version, which I think there was, and maybe even picking up the individual version of 2 and 3. So she got me that as well for Christmas. Very excited to play those more. I actually have started Killzone, so going through that right now. Up next, let me see. I have a few amiibos here. Um, Now, normally I do open these up. I'm not trying to like flip these later or anything, so I'll probably open these up down the road at some point. I just haven't got to it yet. All of my other ones, except for like 4 of them, are opened. That's just because I haven't got to using them yet. But the first one is Mifa. If I say these names incorrectly, I'm sorry. But anyways, Mifa, she's like the water lady in the Breath of the Wild game. I'm currently playing through. Let's see before I continue on. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. This is another game that I'm playing right now. I'm liking it a lot. Now, I get maybe it's not running at a steady frame rate. I haven't really noticed anything, but I don't really have an eye for that unless it's at like the higher frame rates where it's very noticeable when you dip down from like 90 down to like 27 and it's like, okay, yeah, I noticed that. Now, if you're sitting at a solid like 30 and you go down to 27, I'm probably not going to notice. And I think this game's running well for me. I'm still fairly at the beginning at the game, but overall, I am enjoying it a lot. I like how they're adding up a lot of pieces that were missing from the Breath of the Wild game because this is a prequel. But I've heard a lot of mixed reactions to the story. I haven't really hit a wall yet where I have any problems, but so far enjoying it. I used to play a lot of Dynasty Warriors 3 a lot with my buddy. So I mean I wouldn't say I'm a big Dynasty Warriors fan, but I'm not against the formula. So enjoying that a lot. And then a guy that I'm using a lot in the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is, I believe his name is like Daruk. He is really cool. I'm liking all of his moves in the game. And like I said, he's just very fun in what I've been doing in the game. So I'm just reading the back. I haven't even actually sat down and read them yet, but that's cool. Uh, like this character a lot in the game. Now this one, Revali, I believe is his name. Yeah, I don't like him very much. He was an asshole in the game in Breath of the Wild. Very mean. I'm sure. I think either way, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna find out why he doesn't like Link so much in this game. If you know why he doesn't like him, leave me a comment. Let me know why he doesn't like Link so much because this guy's kind of a douchebag. I don't know why. I would love to know why. Maybe I'll find out. Either way, let me know if you know. And then Urbosa, she is a very strong woman, very independent, uh, very cool. I'm actually going through doing her intro mission right now, uh, enjoying it. I like the desert area. I think the colors pop, but I don't know what else to say other than this game. Both Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity are very good to me, and I believe Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be fantastic. Hopefully, it comes out this year. If it needs to be pushed back, push it back. I'm not one of those. It needs to come out now. I need it now. Blah 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 blah. No, I have plenty of games and plenty of comics and plenty of other things to do. So I have 2 games left. For the first of the 2 is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I've been holding off on this. I've been wanting to get it. It was on sale. I ended up actually getting this one for Christmas. My grandmother gave me a Christmas card to like Walmart, and so I ended up spending it on this. Very excited to pick it up. I've been wanting it, but didn't see spending $60 on it, so I kind of held back on it because it is, I mean, a Game Boy game. But the last one, very excited to get. I'm missing two of them, I believe, but very excited to get this Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter game. Very, very excited to get this. I believe I'm missing the X-Men versus Street Fighter, and then I still need the Marvel versus Capcom 2. Now, I did previously own Marvel versus Capcom 2, but as a dumb kid, I think I was 16, and I sold it because I was an idiot. Knowing that I wanted to play it again, knowing that I would eventually down the road want to play it, I still got rid of it. I was dumb. I think I bought it for like $40, and then I've owned it before that, and then we got rid of it. But I don't even know why. It's like over $100 now. You can't find one that doesn't break like 115, 120. So I'm a little upset with myself with getting rid of that game, but it is what it is. Okay, everybody. So if there was anything here that you guys have fond memories of, let me know down in the comments. If there's any games that you would recommend for somebody of like this kind of taste, let me know as well. I wish you all have a great day. Stay safe.